I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious.
Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
I got you, boy.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of open, I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Joker, 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 joker.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gotta do better. Eddie Weber. Come on, QB, come on. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let him know, let him know.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We got to step it up. Check, 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 check. No trade. Spell. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Go. I got him. On me, on me. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hud. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Right there.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. Again, he finds an opening. And down to the 27-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Switch gears.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. This complete to Lockett. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS. Safe.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play. First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Check the hot read.
2nd down, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
54 Mike.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey. And some strong running. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run the counter with Barber. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the pass.
He's checking. He's checking. Crash. 36.
On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. There he goes inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch.
Watch out. Cut up. 35 to 9.
Now a draw play with Drake. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Redskins' 18-yard line.
I'm coming after you. 35 to 9.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. It got his man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Go to base. Watch twist. Watch three.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hit. Watch the twist. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Watch the boot. Echo. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. And let's get that ball.
Now it's Haskins. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming, double up. Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
You ready? Check 43. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the eye. Check 31, check 31. Out.
This is McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
35 to Mike. Squeeze, double.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the shit. Bang, 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 bang. Shit. Ready, go. Check 37.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Tighten up. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ready up. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, watch this play. Ready.
On 1st down, here's Love. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Motion, motion, motion.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
All day.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check 3. Hold tight. Switch.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the twist. Mike 53.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 51. Let's watch. Mike, let's have lunch. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. So we got me.
They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Haskins on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 5-4. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 50. Check 50. Let's go.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hatchet. 66. Hey, you got motion man. You got motion man right there. Hey, watch that.
Haskins back to the air. Screenplay, Johnson. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Back. Focus. Delta. Shut up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Check.
4th down, here's Haskins. And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's McCaffrey. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
35 to Mike.
And we got to get to the ball, team. Check safety. Kill.
Orbit. Mike 35.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D Ford. And that may do it for this NFC title game.
Mike 5-4. Mike.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Right there. 54 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Redskins 21, Seahawks 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.